This video is introducing you to your initial layouts page for your spatial design, and the first thing you need is your research cut out because this is going to be integrated onto the page with your floor plans that you have cut out from your grid paper. Now, figure out which orientation is going to be the best way to read your layouts and kind of match them up so that they can be compared to one another. The next stage is to line up your research to the features that have been informed by that. So for that box storage design feature, it kind of matches up with a couple of my design ideas or features within a couple of these floor plans. So that's why I'm kind of playing around with where that could fit. Once this is all glued down, we are going to start to add in notes and that support the ideas. So you want to kind of connect things up with arrows, but not ones that kind of tangle over one another. So make sure that your information is in proximity or the closest it can be with giving you space. So these arrows that you can draw, they can be big wide ones, they could be curvy and solid, but still have some narrowness to them, or they could just be a line with a arrowhead, which is closed or open, or kind of becomes wider at the end with the arrowhead. Choose your style and stick to that one style throughout the whole page. Your arrows want to be a combination of going into the drawing to really connect with a feature and point at something outside the drawing. These arrows are going to connect your research and also your notes. So for example, this one where I'm discussing the potential for this feature and how it can be multifunctional, both seating and for sleeping. So continue with these arrows to connect up your different features. Once that arrow is connecting either the image or the note, you don't need to have a note that also connects the image or the note because your note is in proximity with the image. So it's all about closeness and things being connected to one another so that's easy to read. I've realized I want to add in this other feature because for both of these ideas on the left, the first and the second, I want to have a deck that comes out from this doorway. So I'm adding in a note, adding in visual to support, and then take a read of this so that you can think about how you may write your own notes. So once my page is filled with research, annotation, I still have some space that I want to explain a feature and how it works because my research hasn't supported it. My floor plan is very limited in its detail, so I'm showing a sequential drawing of how my seating goes from a little side table with some seats around it to the seat being able to pop off, the table being able to pop off and align with the seat so that it can become an extra space for sleeping for one person. So drafting out this form, I have chosen isometric for both the drawings and matching them up in the same kind of scale, same size. And then I'll start to add in the details like the cushions or figuring out where the elements are going to move to so they really do match up. Otherwise it's going to be difficult to explain. We want real clarity in this type of drawing. Line weight will be important if you're going to be drawing an extra feature within 3D because that just gives depth to that drawing and helps to separate different elements. So you can see I'm outlining all the way around the cushion or the squab because it is a separate material to that solid base. Once I have finished communicating all the details of the design, I do want to add in a couple of arrows to show the transition. So the left state of these forms goes to the right state of the form. So we're meant to be reading it left to right, and the arrow that is 3D helps to express that that element goes down, it gets pushed down. So two different types of arrows, similar style, helps us separate and also communicate what's happening without having to use too many notes. I'm going to just add in one extra sentence to support why I have done that. So once I've got all those different elements on the page, ideas, notes, research, I want to label the page. Okay, so over all your pages you need to have a title, and think about the same style for all those pages. This extra or this other design page is my guide. So this is the final page. Check it out in class for checking out the notes, and all the best with setting out your own layout that includes all these elements to show off and support your own great design ideas.